All right, today we're going to check out this Glock 31 357 SIG. It's a Gen 4. I got this to do some fun little caliber comparison videos with, and also some gel tests. So we'll have that upcoming to match my 10mm there, and anything else I feel like doing with it. I've always wanted a 357 SIG, so I finally got one. Full transparency, I've got about one full mag through this previously. We did a watermelon video with it with 5.7 by 28 and 10mm, so that'll actually be upcoming after this video, so stay tuned for that. But in that video I took a few practice shots and of course shots at the watermelons and whatnot, so I got about one mag through this so far. So that's the limit of my experience. She's brand new out of the box. I did strip and lube and clean and all that, so she's ready to go. We'll knock down some steel here on the pistol bay. Back row's 15 yards. And we'll start out here on this target on that left red dot there that only has 2 shots on it. For me, it's shooting a tad low, so which is not my experience with most Glocks. I've owned a few. Generally, they shoot about a center hold, sometimes a 6 o'clock hold. This one, I would wager to say, is actually shooting low. If I use a combat or cover hold, it seems like the bullet's still a tad lower than that. So double check again on this target here at about 7 yards. All right, so yeah, about a center, combat slash cover hold, whatever you want to call it. I pulled that one off to the left there. So I was doing a 6 o'clock hold on that dot, and you see it's going about 1.5 inches under it there, which is right about where the white dot is. So this one for me here today is a cover slash combat hold. Go ahead and empty this so I can show you the sights real quick. All right, so we are empty. And you know, it's just got the factory, let me see if I can get a focus, there we go, factory U-notch rear with the white dot front there. So this one particularly for me is just a cover hold. Basically the bullet's going right where that white dot is. I don't think I really need to do a trigger demonstration. I mean, it's like Glock. Most people know what the Glock triggers are like. I apologize in advance for the dirty fingernails. It's rained out here and picking up shells out of the dirt and whatnot. I got some dirt under my nails. So, you know, you got your little trigger safety right there. You have to depress first. So here's your take up. And then pull through. So you do have that little bit of creak being a striker. And then on the reset, okay, and you're going to come in close to you know, a 6-pound trigger there, probably new, and they wear into about 5.5-pound range usually. I'm sure the Glock guys will correct me on that if I'm wrong though, but generally a 5 or 6-pound trigger on these. So it comes from the factory with 3 15-round magazines. Also comes with the different size back straps, which I have small hands, so I always just leave them off and run it the way it is. Comes with the little mag assist loader there, all this other stuff, little cleaning brush and whatnot. I'm not digging through all of this. And if you've never seen a 357 SIG before, pretty interesting looking little cartridge. So basically it is a 40 Smith & Wesson that's necked down to a 35 caliber slash 9mm bullet. So you got the 40 powder charge behind it, but with a much lighter bullet, so they go pretty fast. And that gives you high velocity and high energy due to that. You see there advertised 1,350 feet per second, 500 foot-pounds of energy. I'm going to have some gel tests coming up on these by themselves, but also comparing to 9mm plus P and plus P plus. A lot of guys are under the assumption that, well, you can get 357 SIG performance with a 9mm plus P plus, and that's just not true, because 124 grain 9mm plus P plus is still not going to be doing 1,350 feet a second. And also what I've seen from a few videos, that's underselling itself a little bit. Usually you're getting that out of a 4. Sorry about the shots in the background there. Usually you're getting this out of a 4-inch barrel. So with my 4.5 here, we'll be getting slightly better velocity than that. And out of a full length 5-inch barrel, It's definitely going to be in the 1400s. Get off me, stink bug. Hate those dang things. But when you're talking 9mm plus P plus, usually you got to have a 5-inch barrel to get the advertised velocity, which is still generally lower than that. So 357 SIG is a pretty stout little cartridge. Woo. That is fun. I stopped there because I had a weird feeling cartridge. It happened a couple times to me the other day practicing too, so I don't know if it's just something up with this ammo or what I was assuming, but since it's still happening, I'm not sure now. I think I might have got a little too much oil in there, so I'm getting like that combustion compression from having to, it's basically burning off the oil, I think. I'm not really sure though, because it's weird when that happens. It's kind of like a poof, like a puff in my face, and then I get a slightly reduced recoil. So anyways, that could be my fault from too much oil. I've never really had that issue before with other calibers, but with this having a little more giddy up and go of a flash there, that's the other thing I'm noticing. I'm getting I can see the fireball every time I'm shoot. That's not typical of 9mm 40 or 45. So that may be what's going on there, or it might just be some weird ammo. I'm not sure. Now we're going to try these bowling pins back here, 15 yards. It is a laser rangefinder confirmed 15 yards. If you guys are looking to get yourself a good budget rangefinder, that one comes in well under $100. Been using it for years on the channel, love it. So about 3 some inches across, targets back here, 15 yards. So pretty much headshot, if not slightly smaller than headshots back here at 15 yards. So let's see what I can do. I had a shell. See, that one felt weird again. And I think it might just be underpowered loads for some reason. I know people talk a lot of crap about Winchester. I've never really had an issue with their ammo, but that one kind of just dropped right down to my glasses and got stuck there. It was burning the crap out of my cheek. So that's why I yelled. Alright, so that's pretty dang good. You can't really complain about that. I did not miss a single headshot sized target that back there at 15 yards, even after getting my face burnt. I got myself a little recoil anticipation there on that one. Plus, I mean, the triggers get me a little, it's a little heavier than what I've been used to shooting here lately, but considering that, pretty dang good performance. I think I've caught myself once or twice with recoil anticipation. Like I said, it's got a little more pop than a 9mm. I think it was a combination of a slight amount of anticipation and also the trigger, because like as I pulled, it kind of made me pull the gun down because the trigger didn't go off. So obviously if I was pulling it that freaking much on those 15-yard shots, we would have just missed them. So we'll just call that one a fluke. I'll tell you what though, that's the cartridge that could definitely make use of a compensated slide and barrel there. So I might actually do that at some point, get a custom port and comp job on it. Definitely think some of those sandpaper grips are in order too. I was thinking about doing some Cerakote stuff too, just to set it apart from the other Glocks. That way she's not just all plain ugly black there like all the rest of them. But yeah, that's the Glock 31 in 357 SIG, and I gotta say, I'm almost positive this thing would be a 100-yard gun. I shouldn't even say almost. I know it's a 100-yard gun. I mean, we got stupid accuracy over there. Basically, my first shot, certainly the first shots of the day, except for that one I pulled off to the left. And honestly, I started out grouping them almost all in the same hole. So I think that second one that's slightly off to the left there, I pulled that one a little bit too. So this thing's a freaking tack driver. I mean, I got videos on the channel shooting a Glock 35, 100 yards, no problem. Several other budget guns as well, so I'm sure this one would do it no problem. But stay tuned if you're a 357 SIG fan. Like I said, we got a watermelon video coming up real soon, pitting this against 5.7 by 28 10 mil, and there's a little special surprise cartridge in that video too that'll be coming up. Like I said, be having some gel tests coming up. Also do comparisons, gel test comparing this to like 9mm plus P plus, which as I said earlier is not really a comparison, but you guys will get to see that coming up. If you guys want to get yourself any of the products you see me use in my videos, like my 16-inch steel gong there, target stand, paper targets I use, rangefinder, safety glasses, earmuffs, and way more, links in the description for all that. But leave me a comment down below, tell me what you think. Thanks for stopping by, checking this one out today. I really appreciate it, and I hope to catch you on the next one.